Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. We're going to do Luke 12, 35 through 48. Stay dressed for action. Keep your lamps burning, and be like those who are waiting for their master to come from the wedding feast, so that they may open the door to him at once when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will dress himself for service and have them recline at table, and he will come and serve them. If he comes in the second watch or in the third and finds them awake, blessed are those servants. But know this, that if the master of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have left his house to be broken into. You also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. Peter said, Lord, are you telling this parable for us or for all? And he said, Who then is the faithful and the wise manager, whom his master will set over his household to give them their portion of food at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom the master will find so doing when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will set him over all his possessions. But if that servant says to himself, My master is delayed in coming, and he begins to beat the male and female servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk, the master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he does not know, and will cut him in pieces and put him with the unfaithful. And that servant who knew his master's will but did not get ready or act according to his will receive a severe beating. But the one who did not know and did what deserved a beating will receive a light beating. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required, and from him to whom they entrusted much, they will demand the more. That gets a little confusing toward the end there, I think, but at any rate, let's look at the beginning part. He says, be ready. Be like the servants who are awake and ready no matter what time the master comes home. They open the door, they welcome him in. Here's a cup of tea, here's some coffee, make some pancakes, whatever you need, sir. Those are the good servants, and those servants will be rewarded. And he throws in this little saying, if the master had known when the thief was coming, he wouldn't have left the house unlocked. That's kind of obvious stuff, but that's something he said. And Peter says, well, is this for us or for everybody? And he says, well, it's for whoever is faithful. And the faithful manager will be rewarded. The unfaithful manager, the one who says, he'll be along later and beats the underlings and gets drunk, that one is going to be punished. And it says cut in pieces. So, I don't know exactly what idiom there is there in the Greek, but it's interesting. So the one who knew his master's will and did not get ready, did not act according to that will, he'll receive a severe beating. The one who did not know the master's will and wasn't ready will get a light beating. So the more you were supposed to have done and the more you knew, the worse your beating will be. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required. And from him to whom they entrusted much, they will demand the more. So Jesus is pretty demanding here, and he says, basically the whole thing can be summed up in be ready for him to come and be obedient when he comes and have things done that you're supposed to have done. That's good advice for any of us in most of our lives, right? Spring break is going to be over next week. Do your homework, that kind of thing. It's going to be, the deadline is coming and you need to have things prepared. That's just good advice anywhere. And so are you ready? This is Holy Saturday. This is the day that the church waits. Tomorrow morning is Easter. Are we ready for Easter? Are we ready for him to come back? Have we lived through these 3 days with the right kind of mournful sort of piety? Are we thinking about how those disciples must have felt when Jesus was nowhere to be seen? He was dead. He was buried. Well, what do we do now? They're wondering. And they remember these things that he said, and they're like, yeah, but what do we do? And then the next day, he's alive. So don't run ahead too quickly to Easter, but be ready for Easter, and it'll be here tomorrow. I'll be back with you on Monday, and I hope that you have a great Easter.